How was your handoff today? Was it fine? You get the ball nice today?
Get the ball nice. I always get the ball nice and love it.
You had good cuts today? Like, how do you feel overall? How
Oh
your body feel?
I made somebody touch the earth, so somebody touched the ground today. I don't really know who it was, but yeah, felt pretty good.
For you personally, too, to be able to get in this joint practice work, like, how beneficial is it considering, like, you may not get any reps Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's give and take. I think it's good because it gives me a different look. Obviously, then going against our team, but I feel like I get more reps when I go against our own defense. Like, we're not out there taking 10 play reps, 12 play reps in a period. You kind of splitting them up. So for me, it's like it's work, but at the same time, I kind of be feeling like I need a little more.
I feel like that's a common theme with you. You always want more.
Yeah, because it's a certain point that I feel like I got to push myself and be at to feel comfortable. And that's more of like a timing thing or maybe like a feel thing. But I feel like at running back, everything is feel. And so if I don't feel like I got to that point in that day, I kind of feel weird. I think it was cool. Like I said, it was good to see and go against other guys and, see different looks. But the work is definitely kind of like where I'll be like in between that.
Josh, any time we talk 12 personnel in the offense, it's often with the tight ends being really good pass catchers.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what does that do for the run game and for you when you are able to go into the
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got tight ends that block here and that block often. So for me, it's good. I love it. Most teams know that you're going to run the ball or at least assume that you're going to run the ball when you're in that personnel. But we still get it done. We still find a way to get it done. And I trust those guys. So for me, I like it. I mean, anytime I'm getting the ball, I like it. I'm not really too much upset.
What do you think of the show that 85 and 88?
Oh, yeah, they played good. They played really good. Musgrave made a lot of plays. Tuck made a lot of plays. Tuck was blocking it, his butt off today. I think it's good. I think it's important for guys to see, because last year we kind of dealt with injuries between both of them, like they kind of took turns. So to be able to see them both healthy and playing good, I think it's special.
What does it do for an offense when you have two tight ends the caliber that they can play at? How does that elevate this offense?
I think as an offense, especially as a play caller, it makes the playbook it makes it really tough for defenses. You got a good group of receivers, and then you got two tight ends like that legit can take the top off. Tuck runs hard. I think he was like, if not the most player with yak after yards after the catch. So I think that it's special. And then obviously Musgrave can fly, and they're both big human beings. So I think it allows us to do a lot in our offense.
Hey Josh, I know you mentioned before the Colts training camp that previous joint practices have gotten cut short a little bit.
Yep.
When there is a kind of scrums like there were today, does that kind of amp you up a little bit? Does that excite you? What is your approach when stuff like that happens?
It depends on how bad it is. Honestly, it can amp you up, but it also can make you very aware because from that point on, the whole practice is gonna be chippy. You kind of know what to expect. But you also don't want to, be too casual and then get taken advantage of. So, for me, man, I think it's cool. I don't really too much mind it. I think it's football. We some days we fight each other. It just is what it is. But I think it's a certain level that it should never cross. And as a team, that we try to have a certain type of discipline.
Overall, at the end of camp, where do you feel the offense is, even with some shuffling on the offensive line, Jordan not being out there? Where do you feel as a group you guys are at?
Yeah, I think mentally we're in a really good place. I think it's probably 7 or 8 guys that have shuffled in with the ones on the the O-line. Jordan Morgan's finally healthy. He's playing really good. So that's definitely been a bright spot. I think it's been kind of weird with not all the receivers being there, just being honest. But we know what we're going to get out of those guys. So I think it's just more so about getting on the same page, getting everybody finally healthy and, getting in practice and getting to work. But overall, I think it's been pretty good.